In the vast silence of the Pacific Ocean, a heavy cruiser moved alone. No escort ships, no aircraft overhead, no warning of what was coming. She had just completed one of the most secret missions in human history. Her name was USS Indianapolis, and before she sank, she became a ghost ship. The story of USS Indianapolis is often told from the moment she was torpedoed. But the real mystery begins before that night, before the explosions, before the screams, before the ocean filled with oil and fire. It begins with silence, secrecy, and isolation. USS Indianapolis sailed without knowing her true importance and without protection. If you want real naval history explained beyond headlines, consider subscribing. These stories reveal what history leaves out. USS Indianapolis was commissioned in 1932. She was a Portland-class heavy cruiser, fast, heavily armed, and respected. She served as a flagship, carried admirals, and represented American naval power. By 1945, she was a veteran of war. She had been damaged in combat, repaired, and returned to duty. In July 1945, USS Indianapolis received sealed orders. She was to transport a special cargo. Under extreme secrecy, only a few officers knew its importance. The cargo included components of the atomic bomb, later used on Hiroshima. The mission required speed, not protection. Indianapolis broke speed records, crossing the Pacific faster than any ship in her class. USS Indianapolis delivered the cargo to Tinian Island. The mission was a success. Crew members believed the danger was over. They expected routine sailing. What they did not know was that their next journey would be the deadliest. After unloading, USS Indianapolis was ordered to sail to Leyte in the Philippines. She was not assigned an escort. This was not unusual. The Navy believed the waters were relatively safe. Japanese submarines were thought to be minimal. This belief was wrong. USS Indianapolis sailed alone. No destroyers, no sonar screens, no backup. She cut through dark Pacific waters, leaving only a wake. At night, the ship was blacked out, a floating shadow, invisible and unprotected. This ship carried the most powerful weapon ever made, yet sailed defenseless. Subscribe if you want to understand how that happened. Nearly 1,200 men were aboard. They were exhausted, relieved, and unaware. Some played cards. Some wrote letters. Some slept. They believed the war was nearly over. Japan was collapsing. Danger felt distant. Captain Charles McVay commanded USS Indianapolis. He was experienced, respected, and cautious, but he was following orders. He was not warned of nearby enemy submarines. He was not ordered to zigzag continuously. The responsibility placed on him was heavy. On the night of July 29, 1945, the sea was calm. Visibility was poor. The ship maintained speed. There were no alarms, no radar contacts. The Pacific was silent, too silent. This is the moment USS Indianapolis became a ghost ship, still moving, still alive, but already doomed. No one saw the enemy. No one heard the torpedoes until impact. After the first explosions, Power failed. Communication systems were destroyed. No clear distress signal was received. Even if one was sent, it was ignored or lost. The Navy did not know the ship was missing. USS Indianapolis was not abandoned. She was isolated. A warship that had completed history-changing work, now sailing unseen. Her steel hull cut through darkness, unaware it was her final voyage. Multiple failures led to her isolation. Mission secrecy, communication breakdowns, assumptions about enemy strength. Each layer removed safety until nothing remained. The crew followed routine. No battle stations, no emergency drills. They were in transition between war and peace. That moment is the most dangerous. Japanese submarine I-58 tracked Indianapolis. Silent, passive, deadly. The cruiser never knew she was being watched. Minutes before the torpedo struck, nothing felt wrong. This calm is what haunts survivors. No warning, no fear, just normal life. Understanding what happened before sinking explains why so many died, why rescue came late, why mistakes multiply. Tragedy is often built quietly. Sailors trusted their ship, their navy, their orders. They did not question. They believed they were safe. The mystery of USS Indianapolis is not how she sank. It is why she sailed alone, untracked, unprotected before she sank. USS Indianapolis was already disappearing, not from the ocean, but from oversight. A ship no one was watching. Warnings about submarines existed, but were not passed along. Reports were filed, but not acted upon. Systems failed. The most terrifying part is the silence before disaster. USS Indianapolis sailed quietly without knowing her fate. After the sinking, blame followed. Captain McVeigh was court-martialed, later exonerated, but too late. The damage was done, because before she died, she was already invisible. No escort, no tracking, no concern. A ghost on the Pacific. The real secret of USS Indianapolis is that survival depends on systems. When systems fail, even the strongest ship comes alone. Before the torpedoes, before the sharks, before the tragedy, USS Indianapolis sailed quietly. A ghost ship carrying history, unseen, unprotected, and unforgettable. If you want real warship stories explained fully, from silence to disaster, subscribe, because history does not begin with explosions. It begins with decisions.